Mystics Corner Game Day. Frank Hanrahan, Christy Winter-Scott, as we are inside the Mystics offices, and the Mystics coming off a tough loss to the Indiana Fever. I think the Fever, Christy, showed why they're the best team in the WNBA. Arguably the best team.
Well, right now they are record-wise, but I tell you what, their defense was stellar against the Washington Mystics, and experience is the best teacher. 7 of the 11 players on the Indiana Fever team have 5 or more years experience in the league. So with the Mystics, it's only 3. So the Mystics are a young team, but the Indiana Fever came out and they were just relentless on defense. They were trapping, and that really changed the tempo of things for the Washington Mystics.
A couple bright spots for the Mystics. Crystal Langhorne continues to play well in that starting lineup. She had 15.
Yes, and you have to love the play of Crystal Langhorne. She's playing with so much confidence, and she's showing emotion. And that's something you didn't really see from her yet in the WNBA. You saw it at Maryland a little bit because she was confident there, but now she knows what she can do. She can hit that mid-range shot. She can get by from the high post, and you know what she can do in the lane.
And we had a chance to catch up with Crystal after the loss to the Indiana Fever. Our Mystics Corner Game Day crew got a chance to go inside the Mystics locker room.
All right, Crystal, not the outcome you guys wanted tonight, but what can you take from this loss?
Just to come out a little bit stronger and be able to handle team's pressure. You know, they pressured us a lot and we turned it over. And I think we're going to have to change some things.
Every time you guys got a run, it seemed like Tamika Catchings knocked down a big shot. How difficult was it to stop her tonight?
She's a great player and she just had a great night tonight. But players like that, we can't let them have 14 free throws. And, you know, that really got her going.
And how has your mentality changed now that you're a starter?
You know, just start out the game strong. My coach has confidence in me to start me with in the game. So just whatever I need to do, rebound, score, defend, and that's what I try to do.
Thanks, Crystal.
Lindsay, tough loss. Would you attribute that to Indiana's defense or the team's inability to hit shots tonight?
I don't really worry so much about our offense. We took too long to adjust. Of course, they're known for their defense. That's where they're #1 in the East right now. But the main thing is we need to adjust quicker and stick with what's working.
Would you say that the constant pressure wore you guys down?
It was part of it. I think at times we did adjust, but we just weren't making really good reads at times. And then we had to put the pressure back on. And at the end, we actually put the pressure back on, and we should have done that the entire game.
In the fourth quarter, about 7 minutes left, there were about 2 or 3 calls that went against you guys. Would you say that it swung the momentum in Indiana's favor?
It definitely would have helped us out if it came on our side because, you know, when you just work so hard that you are just going to die because you were working so hard, and it's just like, come on. It's just like, come on, give us a break. And definitely if it hit us, it might have swung the other way.
Lately, you guys have been winning 1, losing 1. How do you get on that consistent winning basis?
You know, we just have to focus on us and, you know, understand how important each possession is. I mean, I had way too many turnovers this game, and as a team we did, and those are baskets for us. So we just need to be patient and just focus.
Hey, Mystics fans. Look who I found in the Sky booth. Rutgers University women's basketball coach, Vivian Stringer. Coach, how are you enjoying the game so far?
Very much so. I can't lose. I have a player on each of the teams, so it's exciting.
How often do you get the chance to come out and see some of your ex-players on the professional level?
I always make a point at least once a year to see our players play. Just want them to know that I care about them. I'm still supporting them every way that I can.
Okay. So what do you think of the play? What do you think of the play so far of Mystics guard Matee Ajavon?
Well, you know what she's doing for the Mystics, what she did for us. She's just bringing a high level of energy. She's just an incredible athlete and a great competitor, and she's a winner. So it makes me smile. I just think back, and I wish I had her times 10.
Now, we won't tell nobody, but who do you want to win?
We won't tell anybody. No, I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I have to keep it. I have a player, Tammy Sutton-Brown, who's on the Indiana team, and I have Matt, you know, so I want both of them to be happy. And so that's why I said I can't lose. I'll be happy for both of them.
Coming up next, we'll preview the Mystics' next opponent on Thursday night at Verizon, the Chicago Sky. That's next here on WashingtonMystics.com.
Here's a new way to save money and use energy wisely. Hi everyone, I'm Debbie Jarvis, introducing my account on Pepco.com. It's our customized tool that can analyze your electric bill, explain any changes, and offer specific ways to save with an interactive online energy audit. Just have your account number handy and log on to Pepco.com for My Account. It's easy to use. Pepco, your life plugged in.
Mystics get the Chicago Sky Thursday night at Verizon Center, and Chicago, not one, not two, but 3 All-Stars, Christy.
3 All-Stars, 2 starters, and Sylvia Fowles and Candace Dupree, and then the reserve is Gia Perkins. So just a big team, obviously, a lot of size, and Candace Dupree and Sylvia Fowles were the lead vote getters, so they'll be starters for the Eastern Conference All-Star team. So a lot of big players for the Chicago team, Frank.
It's a lot jumbled up there, too, in the East, Christy. I mean, the Mystics are 7-7. Chicago's 8-8. The Sky actually pulled out a late victory against the Mystics last month. A game I think the Mystics could have won that ball game. So that's got to be, I think, on their minds. This is a team that's very beatable.
Absolutely, they're beatable, but with a healthy Sylvia Fowles. And she missed 4 games, came back and played 35 minutes on Sunday, only mustered up 4 points in that contest. So is she healthy enough to play? Will she play? Is she a game time decision? So I think that'll be a big key. And if she doesn't play, is she going to play in the All-Star game? Because that might give an in for a Crystal Langhorne to be placed on the All-Star team. So you never know. But if she's healthy, then Chicago is definitely a tough team to beat. But like you said, the Mystics can do it.
Let's talk about the Mystics and what they need to do to get better. 7-7 after a 3-0 start. There has been some changes in the starting lineups. Marissa Coleman went down with the injury.
Yeah.
She's trying to get herself back into fine shape. But where do you think the Mystics have to improve on if they're going to make that push and be a top 4 team to make the playoffs?
Well, I think it's got to come with poise and confidence. And I spoke earlier about the experience, and they've experienced handling the type of pressure that an Indiana Fever can put on. So with that being said, they can make adjustments because of that experience. And I think that they'll get better and better. And you spoke about Marissa Coleman being healthy, and you have to think, if she didn't miss those 3.5 weeks, would she already be in the starting lineup? So she has played very well coming back. She looks great and healthy, hitting that 3-point shot, which is her strength. But you have to look at the entire team effort. And Lindsey Harding, she had a lot of turnovers against Indiana. But the whole team, it's a whole team effort. You got to be there. So I think that they can just correct their errors by playing with poise and confidence down the stretch in the second half of the season.
I like the fact that Lindsey took acceptance and said, you know what, I need to stop turning the ball over. That's my fault. So it's good to see players are really acknowledging where they can get better at.
Right.
For Christy Winter-Scott and Frank Hanrahan, don't forget the Mystics and the Chicago Sky, 7 o'clock Thursday night at Verizon Center against Chicago.